Hi, I'm Aaron, the CTO from KTSL. We've been working as a service integrator specializing in BMC and other ITSM tools for more than 20 years. We recently teamed up with the PagerDuty team to build, test, and deploy a fully working bidirectional integration between BMC Remedy and PagerDuty. This integration opens up the opportunity to engage with a broad range of large enterprise clients who use the BMC toolset, and is something we hope you will see is straightforward to set up and can be used for our joint prospects. The integration is lightweight, easy to deploy, and highly configurable to allow any customer the ability to set and manage updates between both systems in any number of configurations. Just one field provides the mapping between the two systems, and in this short overview we will show what the integration is, how it works. We will then show an incident being logged from BMC Remedy, or Helix as it is now branded, and how this instantly goes into PagerDuty. We'll also look at ticket routing, logging, allocation and acknowledgement and escalation, and we'll show this from both sides, from Remedy to PagerDuty and back again. We'll then finish with a quick look at the config forms, which highlight just how configurable and simple the integration is to use. What I'm going to do though today is I'm going to start within Smart IT, and I am going to start with generating an incident from here. So I'm going to go to create a new incident, choose my user, and I can say major is currently occurring, date, put that into my description. I'm going to change my impact and my urgency, and I'm going to select my team that I want to assign this to, and I am going to assign it to my PagerDuty team. The way that the integration works is that you can control which tickets go to PagerDuty. This is done through a configuration form, which I'll come on to shortly, but I can do that by operational or product categorization. I can do it by service, I can do it by team, or I can do it by priority, and I can do it by any combination of those factors in terms of how I want that ticket to go to PagerDuty, or when I want that ticket to go to PagerDuty. So I'm just going to save that ticket, and it's going to go and generate that within Remedy. Now what that's done is it's called the integration. So if I just refresh that ticket, you'll see it's almost instant. So now it's generated that ticket within PagerDuty, and it's written back the PagerDuty ID into Smart IT. We've used the vendor ticket number here. You can change that, it's configurable. It's just that it's an out-of-the-box field, so it makes it quite simple in terms of the integration. You'll see it's written back a note now with the PagerDuty unique URL. I'm just going to click that to go and open it up within PagerDuty. So you can see this is the incident that I created from within Smart IT. What I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to acknowledge that within PagerDuty. Now the way that PagerDuty works is you must have a service. So you'll see that it's picked up a service. It's done this through the mapping. So I didn't provide a service CI in Remedy, but I have a mapping which is telling me to use the test service within PagerDuty, and therefore kicking off that escalation policy. You can assign a default escalation policy for tickets from Remedy, or you can sync your services from Remedy to PagerDuty using the integration, and therefore it will always trigger the escalation policy that's linked to that service. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to acknowledge that ticket from within PagerDuty. I'm also just going to add a note. So this is my additional note from PagerDuty. I'm going to add that note. I'm just going to go back to Smart IT and refresh that. What you'll see is my notes come in, but you also see that my acknowledgement has come in. So it's picked up that it was acknowledged by Bob within PagerDuty. And if I scroll down, you can see it's changed the assignment to be Bob and Bob's default team. So it's not only acknowledged the ticket, but it's also routed it as it should do now within the Smart IT environment, as well as added that note. And I can sync those notes two ways. So this is my note from Smart IT, and I can configure which types of note go both ways. I'm just going to select Pager System for the purposes of my demo. And if I go back to my PagerDuty ticket and refresh that, you will now see that I've got my my note from Smart IT that's come the other way as well. So everything is a bi-directional interface between the two environments. What I'm going to do now is create an incident from within PagerDuty. So I'm going to go to Incidents. I'm going to click on New Incident and select my test service. I'm going to enter my go the other way around. I'm going to select that as high. Create incident. I'm going to go back to Smart IT and I'm going to go to my console. And you can see my new incident is in here. And you can see my PagerDuty URL. What I'm going to do again is I'm just going to quickly acknowledge that. Go back to Smart IT and you can see the acknowledgement has come in. So again, you can see how even if I've created it from PagerDuty, I'm still getting the same updates flowing back from within my ticket. So it's bi-directional, both whether it's initiated from within Remedy Helix or whether it's initiated from the PagerDuty side. We can also sync users, teams, people, services. So a huge amount of more functionality can go over the integration bridge. And as I said at the start of the demonstration, all of that can be found within our one-pager and/or more information if you require it. What I want to do now is just quickly show you the transactions form. So the way that this works is there's a transactions form within Remedy. Within the base config, I can see the API key that's used. I've hidden it for the purpose of this because obviously that's a security key. You have the integration URL that it's using, the PagerDuty URL, and then the Remedy URL. But it's simply a matter of putting the information in the config form once it's set up. And the way it's been developed is that it has a very small footprint on the out-of-the-box forms. So just one field is required on the incident form and on the services form and on the people form. So we've kept any customization to the absolute bare minimum, and everything is run out of a PagerDuty config and a PagerDuty transactions form, which makes it easy to deploy within Helix environments. It also means it's very easy to maintain during an upgrade. Within the config form, you've also got some other options. You can set the reported source for an inbound ticket. You can assign a group. So if an error occurs within the integration, you can create a ticket to a team within Remedy in order to go and look at why the integration may have failed or any problems that happen. So that's all tracked. On the PagerDuty side as well, we will log any error and an inbound call to the PagerDuty note. So it's really clear if there's been a problem with the integration tool. Some of the other things I just want to show you inside the config. So I'm just going to click off of that. We can also look at the priority mapping. So this is mapping PagerDuty's priorities to Remedy's priorities. You'll see the several entries in here for each possible combination. And I just want to have a quick look at the help desk maps. So what this means is the criteria that it needs in order to send a ticket from Remedy and Helix out to PagerDuty. So I can do that with any of these combinations. So the company, the opcats, the prodcats, the products, the groups, and the priority urgencies. And it can be a combination of any of these factors. So it works in the same way as the out-of-the-box assignment mapping form, as it's just a criteria which fires. So if I look at this one, for example, this time I'm looking at where this prodcat matches and this priority matches, or I've got a sort of a basic one in here where it's anything assigned to the PagerDuty team. But yeah, I can make these as verbose as I want, basically. So all within the config form. So you've got a huge amount of control. Hopefully that's given you a good overview of the PagerDuty to Remedy integration. And please contact KTSL if you would like further detail. Thank you very much.